happy to introduce our speaker today, Randy Weekly. Randy is the Vice President of Software Development at ImageSource, and his responsibilities include development and delivery of the iLinks product suite.
And thank you, everyone, for taking time to be with us today as we talk about automating lending processes and really just about any process within your organization. But today we'd like to explore with you some of the top challenges facing specifically the financial services industry and some of the options that you have to address those challenges. We'll look at the key values of automating some of your processes and solutions that you could use for mortgage lending, indirect auto, and other types of consumer lending. And lastly, I'll share with you some reasons why ImageSource and our iLinks product suite are different than most of the other technology providers and solutions that are on the market today. So let's kick things off by discussing some of the top challenges facing financial services today. Now, to create a comprehensive list of these challenges would be very difficult, but it would probably start with some of the obvious challenges such as increased regulatory compliance requirements, cost reductions, enhanced customer service, but also would include some maybe not so obvious challenges such as non-traditional competition, pressures for mobile solutions, and a plan for the cloud, and the need to have all of these solutions and systems integrated. And in a very real way, these solutions to these challenges are all intertwined. Now, last year, Bank Systems and Technology produced an article called Top Challenges Facing Financial Services in 2013, in which they did a pretty good job of framing up some of these primary challenges. So we'll use a number of their challenge areas as kind of an outline for our discussion today. One of their hot issues that the article talks about is around mobile banking, and this is an interesting topic because the actual amount of mobile banking that goes on today is relatively small. But as most areas of our lives become more and more accessible on our smartphones, there's an increasing pressure for our banking to be available as well. Now, even if there's not a significant customer need or advantage to having the mobile banking, there's definitely a growing customer expectation to have it. The article lists a second dimension of issues which are far more complex than a mobile app and involve ongoing and competitive industry issues that financial institutions are having to deal with. And the first challenge in this category is how do financial institutions generate growth and create sustainable profitability, especially in an environment of low interest rates? And the answer, of course, will include factors from adding to your top line, increasing capacity, and cutting costs out of the bottom line. A second challenge is delivering higher value customer service, which is doubly difficult these days as customers become more and more demanding. And the plethora of options that are available to us all today make us a bit more fickle. Now, I think this next one is a very fast-growing challenge, and it's how to keep up with disruptive technologies that are encroaching on the financial services industry via non-traditional competitors. And these disruptive solutions often rush in and grab market share quickly because of their low price point and the fact that they're 100% focused online business. Embedding appropriate risk management into your DNA in a cost-effective way is certainly an ongoing challenge. With Dodd-Frank and Basel and the dozens of consumer protection regulations that just seem to grow every year. A third challenge area is around the need for financial institutions to transition their technology architectures into next-generation capabilities and putting in place solutions that address the challenges that we've mentioned so far. And I like this quote from the article that says, banks, thrifts, and credit unions now need to approach technology no longer as an expense to be managed down, but more as an investment for future growth. So shifting some of the focus from just a pure cost cutting to providing efficient bandwidth for future growth is a real challenge. And in this third challenge area, we recognize the need for implementing fully digital banking and not just point solutions that are kind of splattered across the organization, but rather a fully integrated and leveraged enterprise-wide set of capabilities that are really going to position you for future growth. Part of increasing your growth and your capacity is the need to close the manual gaps and be able to deliver streamlined, straight-through automated business processes. And lastly, the challenge of delivering integrations across the entire enterprise, as well as a holistic approach to your data management strategy, whether that's formats, consistent formats, ubiquitous but secure access to the information, and long-term archival and destruction. And each of these challenges also are going to contribute to the overarching challenge of delivering better and higher value services to your customers. And the fourth dimension to these challenges, is, according to the author of the article, is the most important, and it involves a below-the-radar fundamental and strategic transformation of the banking business model. And you're probably aware that McDonald's is far more invested in real estate than just a burger flipping joint, and this article suggests that financial institutions are going to need to become more data-centric organizations and focus assets and processes around the needs of the customers instead of just the profitability of individual products and siloed lines of business. So I think we'd all agree there's at least some amount of truth to that thinking, but I'm pretty sure that we would all agree that we need to be positioned to shape and drive market changes and not simply react to them. So that's a really long list of challenges, and how is it today an organization could make a dent in those challenges? Let's take a look at how some of the iLink's product suite features and functions can deliver some real value towards addressing some of these challenges. So reducing costs is nothing new, but given the low interest rate climate, it's a pretty big deal these days. So if you're still dealing with a significant amount of paper in your business process, iLinks can provide measurable and immediate cost reductions by providing solutions that automatically classify and separate digital documents and automatically extract information from them. This is a huge cost saver right there. And then routing these documents through an electronic business process and providing ubiquitous access to this content throughout your organization. And of course, reducing your physical paper shipping and storage costs along the way. Content security is paramount these days. Just ask Target. You can't afford to use technology that's not 100% secure. iLinks provides ironclad security along with very flexible and intuitive mechanisms to manage it. Now, how many of your business processes would benefit from the ability to detect missing documents or information and automatically send an email request out to your customer, or automatically notify you when your customer uploads new documents, or automatically alert and escalate a loan package if it sits too long without activity? iLinks can deliver these capabilities to any of your business processes. Automating and streamlining your loan processes will cut costs, but they will also reduce your cycle times, which allows you to respond more quickly and accurately, to fund more quickly, and deliver the highest quality customer service possible. The disposition and destruction of expired content is a necessity, and if it's electronic, you need to get rid of it when it's expired. If it's paper, it can be both a liability and a physical cost. And everyone talks a lot about eliminating paper, but the reality is you're going to be stuck with some amount of it. iLinks can easily and effectively manage your long-term digital content and also help you manage some of the paper archives as well. Now, I'll assume that everybody on the call is very familiar with Dodd-Frank and its significance to the financial services industry. Reducing your risk by collecting and managing more content doesn't have to translate into additional content management costs. iLinks provides a powerful automated document classification capability that reduces the time-wasting manual classification and reduces or eliminates the paper-wasting barcode cover sheets. iLinks has superior search capabilities that enable organizations to quickly respond to any regulatory requests and help you create compliant business processes and content management infrastructures. System integrations are often painful and rarely cheap. iLinks, however, provides a number of extensibility options that range from codeless content enablement to the ability to consume and provide state-of-the-art web services across your organization. And iLinks can scale very cost-effectively to handle your entire enterprise needs. So let's peel the onion just one layer back, and let's talk specifically about mortgage loan processing, which is probably the most comprehensive flavor of loan processing. And before we get into that, let's just do a quick review of the types of content that we're talking about. Mortgage lending typically involves hundreds of document types that can include the loan application itself, pay stubs, W-2 credit reports, tax returns, truth in lending, on and on. And all of these different document types can really be broken down into three categories, which are structured, semi-structured, and unstructured. So when we say structured content, we're talking basically about fixed form data, where each piece of information on the document can be found simply by looking at a specific XY location on the document. The 1040 tax form is a perfect example of structured content. Semi-structured content describes a document where information is somehow visually identified, and this is usually by some type of associated title or maybe a description, or maybe the data exists in a named column of information. But the exact location on the document can vary from one instance of the document to another. So a bank statement, credit report, property titles, these are good examples of semi-structured documents. Unstructured content is the wild child in the document world, and it can be anything from customer correspondence emails to gift letters. Unstructured documents often contain lots of important information, but they have no standardized layout or associated identification of the individual elements of data on the document. So let's talk about some specific examples of how iLinks works in a mortgage lending type of solution. Now, as mentioned, one of the most powerful capabilities of iLinks is its ability to classify hundreds of different document types automatically. It can separate huge stacks of scanned pages into individual documents and then extract any amount of information from those individual documents. And this, of course, is not a perfect process, so iLinks also provides very quick and easy mechanisms to handle classification and extraction exceptions, and also efficient methods to train and tune the system to get better and better as time goes on. First Interstate Bank, for instance, is leveraging iLinks to automatically classify, separate, and extract critical information from over 220 different document types in their loan processing. iLinks can help address some of the challenges created by the Mortgage Licensing Act, which requires more documentation, especially for government-sponsored programs like FHA. So with the ability to automatically classify all of these different mortgage document types, iLinks can help streamline these lending processes to handle higher volumes without having to add additional headcount. iLinks can even automatically validate inbound information against your lending systems to ensure the highest data accuracy possible. The iLinks workflow technology is a perfect fit for automating mortgage lending processes. The workflow can evaluate information and make intelligent decisions about where the loan package needs to go next, has it been waiting too long, and who should be notified, and where and when it should exchange information with other external systems. Exception processing is typically the most expensive part of any business process, and iLinks workflow makes exceptions very easy to identify, easy to route for specialist attention and then put back into the flow, and along the way every step and change is audited. And accessing content can be done on a predefined order, like a browsing folder hierarchy or some type of view that's based on document priority. The massive amount of content required for mortgage lending means that you need some pretty slick tools to effectively manage it all. And iLinks makes it very easy to find and organize mortgage documents. You can quickly see which documents are available and which documents are missing. And you can request the missing content yourself or let the system do it automatically and then wait for the customer's response to come back in. New content is placed into the associated loan package and the appropriate agent is notified upon its arrival. Using iLinks reporting and analytics capabilities, you can also easily track the flow of information through the lending process. You can even drill into the details and see dollar amounts and customer demographics and more. Now, the concept presentation is everything doesn't apply just to dinner. The ability to quickly and easily find information that you need is a huge impact on organizations' productivity. So it's important, too, that underwriters have efficient tools to access loan information in order to get their part of the process done quickly and accurately. iLinks can effectively and efficiently manage all of your long-term archived content and can even help with the physical paper retention and disposition I mentioned earlier. Using point-and-click configuration tools, you define how long each of your documents needs to stick around, and when it's time, how they should be disposed of, and who, if anyone, needs to approve their destruction. You can associate physical aisle, shelf, and box information with the digital records as well, so that you can dispose of the paper as well as the digital copies. So let's touch on one other lending solution to see how many of the iLinks capabilities that we've discussed so far could also apply. So auto loan processing has some of the same challenges as mortgage lending. Over the past few years, a number of very well-known financial services companies recognized that their manual paper process was severely impacting their ability to satisfy their customers. And they've chosen iLinks to help address these challenges. These tech-savvy financial companies now use iLinks to capture all of their inbound auto loan documents, whether they come in from fax or traditional scanning. iLinks cleans up the content and places the documents into the appropriate workflow. The loan package is then routed throughout their organization quickly and efficiently to deliver faster turnarounds for every loan. Another great ImageSource partner is Alaska USA Federal Credit Union. Their consumer loan group was receiving about 500 auto and truck loan applications per day from dealers and direct customers. The process was entirely paper-based, but documents were finally scanned, at the back end of the process. Alaska USA now has an automated lending solution that has streamlined their processes to provide multiple benefits. But one of the benefits is that this system that they have in place will allow them to expand their reach in the U.S., open additional locations without having to hire a bunch of people to handle the increased volumes. So we all have lots of options today for our personal banking needs. Some of them are really great, some of them are kind of mediocre. Similarly, there are lots of companies that claim to provide great technology services and solutions for financial services organizations. And some of these are really good, and some are mediocre, and some are worse. So what will make ImageSource and iLinks a great technology services and solution choice for you? Well, ImageSource has been delivering content management and automated solutions to financial organizations for almost 20 years. And these solutions involve a wide variety of products and technologies. Our services folks have a deep understanding of the financial processes and how to make them sing. And our product delivery team understands how to optimize users' productivity and minimize the time your IT people spend babysitting the system. So one unique aspect of the ImageSource iLinks solution suite is really the breadth of the enterprise capabilities, starting with Capture, which is efficiently bringing all forms of content into your organization, possibly even standardizing the formats and cleaning up the images. The next is Workflow. It's a technology that turns the shuffling of paper and email and faxes, etc., into a repeatable, auditable, intelligent electronic flow of content. And finally, the repository, which provides secure but easy access to content from anywhere in your organization, as well as long-term archival and final destruction. Now, 10 years ago, this slide probably would have shown paper and fax and maybe email. But today we need the ability to collect more content types from more sources, more locations, and do it efficiently. In addition to the traditional centralized and distributed capture on-ramps, iLinks has products to support advanced capture capabilities like we've talked about, the automated document classification, separation, and data extraction. iLinks delivers mobile capture for iOS and Android devices, electronic forms for desktops and mobile devices, slick integrations with the Microsoft Outlook client and automated email onboarding from the server side, native multifunction device integrations, and integration technologies that can collect content from numerous lines of business applications. iLinks can also convert just about any content type into your preferred long-term archival format. It can clean up and enhance your faxes and scanned images and extract additional information from your documents during this onboarding process. The next enterprise solution segment is workflow, and workflow is really the circulatory system of your enterprise, intelligently and efficiently moving critical business information around your organization, delivering it to just the right resources for informed, real-time decision-making possibilities. And these deliveries can be to groups or users, even to specific users. But occasionally, the delivery goes directly into some other line of business application. iLinks workflow tracks and audits the flow of information throughout your business processes. So you know where the information is in the process, you know how much is flowing through your processes, and are there any bottlenecks that you need to address. Workflows can even identify missing or invalid information and request it from the appropriate person, whether that's inside your organization or outside. And often the last stop for enterprise content is iLinks Content Store, which is our highly optimized and secure document repository. iLinks Content Store is completely web-based, just like iLinks Capture, and it provides ubiquitous content access to anyone, anywhere in your organization. Flexible and easy to manage security also allows you to fine-tune who has access to what content. And this is all for security and also to fine-tune that user experience so they get right to the content that they're looking for. Robust document retention management capabilities can be used for electronic and physical content destruction with full auditing and approvals. And the iLinks Suite also contains technology to deliver contextual content to almost any line of business application with no coding involved. So with just a quick demo of iLinks, you will see how easy the product is to use. And this is a critical design goal for the product suite, and it allows you to get your users trained up very quickly and productive in honestly just minutes. And this also helps to ensure high user adoption for new initiatives. Another key design goal is to optimize iLinks for minimal IT impact. iLinks clients are browser-based. There's minimal hardware and infrastructure footprint requirements. Cloud deployments are an option, and it's very easy to configure and manage the system. Now, no content solution is going to do everything that you need it to do right out of the box. iLinks provides numerous extensibility options that allow you the flexibility to automate your process to fit your exact business requirements. Configurations are also very easy to change, so you can quickly adjust to changes in your business needs. And another unique benefit of iLinks is that there's no per-page licensing costs. The number of ways that iLinks can capture content into your organization is truly unmatched, and it starts with a fully web-based architecture to support any number of remote branches or offices. You can use iLinks capture functionality directly from a number of MFDs or multifunction devices to capture metadata and kick off workflows directly from those devices. You can import emails and attachments directly from within your Outlook client, or automatically capture them directly off your Microsoft Exchange server on the back end side. Now, when your fax solution drops documents on your doorsteps, you can use iLinks to pick them up, clean them up, and inject them right into the right business processes. And iLinks also comes with, as we mentioned, iOS and Android apps for contributing content right from your smartphone. Another compelling product within the iLinks suite is iLinks eForms, which allows you to replace paper forms processing with electronic forms that can be filled out on just about any platform or device and then automatically delivered into your workflow or even directly to your line of business system with no rekeying of the form data. Now, you'll be hard-pressed to find another solution that provides such broad capabilities to help increase the accuracy and the quality of your critical enterprise information, from cleaning up the images to leveraging information from your systems of record and the ability to route exceptions for immediate resolution. Easy access to your critical enterprise information improves your decision-making abilities, and the automated classification extraction that we've talked about can also include validation logic that uses information in your line of business system for gauging the accuracy of the extraction process. And as I mentioned earlier, integrating your existing line of business systems can be a real challenge. iLinks offers a truly impressive array of integration and extensibility products to make that job much easier. iLinks Integrate allows you to deliver meaningful content to your users while they're still in another line of business application with just the click of a button. So they don't have to leave that line of business system, and content that is contextual to whatever it is that they're working on in that system is delivered right to their desktop. And the incredible thing about iLinks Integrate is that there's no coding to get this content delivered. And it's completely invisible to your line of business system. And if this sounds too good to be true, please drop me a note. I'd love to give you a demo about this slick technology. iLinks Advanced Report Management can process and extract information that's currently locked up in print streams and reports generated from your financial systems. That content is reformatted to make it easily accessible, discoverable, and reusable to anyone in your organization. The iLinks product suite includes several middleware products as well that will allow you to move content and information easily between existing systems like Oracle and IBM, SharePoint, and even Twitter. So we've talked a lot about mortgage lending and touched on some consumer lending processes, but in actuality, you can leverage your iLinks investment to support many different processes within your organization. And with the full breadth of capabilities from the iLinks product suite, there really is no limit to what you can do here. So let's open it up now for a few questions.
Hey, Randy, we did get a couple questions that came in. So first one is, how does the product handle viewing just the borrower's documents? Can I see it as a loan folder?
Okay, yeah, good question. And the answer really is related to the ability of the iLinks product to be tailored for your business processes. And part of that would be the visualization of the content. And so there are many flexible options within iLinks to tailor the presentation of that information to whatever you need. So if it's a folder view of it, if you need to stack the content in a particular order, if you want some type of custom visualization, all of those things are absolutely possible.
Okay, and then another one came in that says, can the technology automatically send out requests for specific missing information based on what is not checked off of the checklist?
Yes. So if your business process involves looking at a set of content, you can identify if there are documents that are missing from that content set. So that if this is a loan application, you've probably got some key documents that you have to have, and the system can interrogate the existing content and identify what may be missing. And then, yeah, it can send an email out to the applicant to say, hey, we're missing your credit report or your W-2 or whatever it is. And iLinks provides a secure 100% HTML upload tool so that your external clients can interact with that front end. They can upload the documents that have been requested, and then those documents get placed right back into your repository and into your workflow.
Okay, and then Randy, we have one more that came in here. So they're asking, can iLinks export completed document sets into a third-party document retention program complete with a keyword text? Do you need me to read that to you again?
I think I get it, yeah. And iLinks Export is one of our middleware products. It has a lot of connections to other repositories, and I mentioned a few of them, I think Oracle and IBM and SharePoint and the file system, FTP, XML, comma separated. So it has a lot of flexibility in taking content and delivering it to other systems. You could also do that through the workflow as well at specific points in the business process. But the answer is yes, we could certainly deliver that content. We can massage it into If you need that in PDF or PDFA or searchable PDF or TIFF, we can take care of converting all that so it's a very similar format, and then delivering it onto another line of business with all of the metadata that has been collected throughout the business process or it resides in the repository.
If there's any more additional questions that you might have that we didn't get to today or that you think of later, you can always email Randy. His email address is up there on your screen. Or, of course, you can reach us again through any of our social media outlets or on our ImageSource website page.